Hi, Scott. It looks like you're kind of a collector yourself.
Yes, so the movie really connected with me. Uh, no, but in all seriousness, I adored this film. I loved it so very much.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that it found its way into your heart because it's been in mine for a while. So I appreciate that.
And that's actually kind of a great jumping off point because I was going to ask you about that. This has been something that you've been passionate about. You started doing around what the age of 25, 26.
10 years.
Can you talk a little bit about your journey with this project and what like made it finally happen?
I started writing this movie. I was about 10 years ago. I was in my mid 20s, as you said, and I had gone through this long distance breakup. I had lost my job. I had, was moving apartments. So I had no boyfriend, no job, no home. And I was sort of sorting through the detritus of my life and trying to figure out what to keep and what to give away and what to hold on to. And sort of this idea was born. And I wrote the script on spec, what we call on spec, which is just wrote it, didn't pitch it to anyone. And it ended up on something called the Blacklist, which is sort of a favorite scripts in Hollywood kind of thing. And I got a lot of work off of it, and it almost like would get made, and then something would happen and it didn't go through. And the years went by, and scripts are like relationships. You kind of at a certain point have to be like, okay, I've exhausted that one. It's time to move on. And I had done that. And then about 4 years ago, No Trace Camping, who are my producers and financiers, came to me and they were like, we love this film. We really want to make it. All you have to do is a quick rewrite, which is a crazy oxymoron. There's no such thing. And I said, okay, yeah, I love it too. Cool joke. Like, thanks for coming. And they were like, no, we really want to make the movie. And I rewrote it and I knew exactly what I wanted it to be. And then they gave me the most incredible gift. And they said, why don't you direct it? You know what it is. You've been with it for so long. We believe in you and you should do it. And I said, well, what do I have to do? Do I have to make a reel or act it out for you? And they were like, just say yes. And I said, great. Thank you for empowering me to feel like a straight white guy. I will take it and I will do it. I'm going to go all the way with this opportunity. So here we are.
That's an awesome story. Seriously, I think this is going to go down as like a new cult classic, along the same lines of like something like Clueless
Oh,
or even Booksmart from last year. I think this is in the same vein. I really do. I have to ask you about the casting because we all know whenever we're making a romantic comedy, there are a dime a dozen, but it all comes down to who you cast as the leads. So can you tell me what was so magical about Geraldine and Dacre Montgomery?
thank you for such a great question. They're an incredible pair. I think, Lucy is this really dynamic, unique character who is kind of asking the world to love her, not despite the fact that she is weird, but because she is weird. And when I met Geraldine, she had this ability to convey 4,000 things with this like open face that, without any words. And then she opens her mouth and her comedic timing is just impeccable. And so I felt like she was this modern Lucille Ball who was at any moment like ready to drag Nick through the mud and into trouble. And Dacre, despite being like a heartthrob and like a total smoke show to like every teen girl I've ever come across, has this real shyness and this reserved nature like behind all of that. And so the combination of those two things was just undeniable. And when they did their chemistry read, I was like, here we go, like wheels up. And you said it, as long as we root for those two people to end up together, we are good. So they made my job easy.
Absolute fire together. Kudos to you on this movie. I will be championing this movie all weekend and into the near future. So
Thank you
thank you.
so much. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.